Okay. Waka, hello. So, I started a bit late because I slept in. I slept past my my alarm, which is sad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I took countermeasures against it by changing my alarm sound, which generally is enough to get me awake. Because sometimes you like sleep through your alarm, but it's because like in your head it's used to the whatever sound that your alarm makes. So I changed it, hoping that I wouldn't have that problem, but I did. Oh well. So this will be a 90-minute stream. I do have a hard limit in terms of when I have to stop. So I have other things to do. DM Sanji. Oh dear. Alright, here we go. Vitor, welcome. Facecam's back. Yeah, I was there yesterday too. Roma. Wraith. We live, we love, we lie. Welcome. Hamscon. Corrupted Ketchup. Bryant. Sonic. Kingsman. Welcome. Alright. I just woke up. So, let me grab some of these things first. And then I will start kind of more or less randomly. Randomly choosing some IDs to look at. So that is what we are going to be doing. Sanji. Danish. Eternal. So many IDs, yeah. Hopefully Sanji's able to keep up with all of them. Peter! Oh my god. Ducky's paying you off. How much is he paying you? Fine. There you go. Message retracted. I'm not accepting any friend requests, Kingsman. I'm sorry. Not really have space. Best of luck with this, yeah. Pretty much. Sanjay, I think the best way for you to do it would be to just grab like a notepad. If you're on your computer, just to pull up like your notepad app, and then just keep adding to it, or just keep adding to like a single Discord message and just don't send it. But okay, I will start with Hamscon. 105 37 093. That looks really nice. Okay, so I see you have 2 disclosure builds here. That's honestly not bad. You have a single sniper. This isn't a sniper, but it has good range. And then you have one thing that's like really close with high damage. It's not bad. You have a tanky thing, a fast thing. You don't really have anything that can deal with mortars or like javelin helix, with the exception of Surge's stealth. Everything else is fairly susceptible. And I'm not really sure what options you have. God. It's like slightly cold. So it's like, you know that feeling, you know what I'm talking about? It's annoying. You'll keep it on enough, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're friends in Mech Arena already. I would just look up your ID anyway, because it's going to be faster than trying to scroll through all of my friends to find you. Always. It's Hampskun's on my friends list, and I'm still going to look it up. But yeah, that's the only thing that I would do is consider, like, maybe you want something slightly better. So when you get the opportunity, maybe not right now, you might not have the opportunity, but when you get it, then maybe replace Surge with Eclipse. And that way you have one thing that's like really good against mortar and javelin helix type things, as opposed to Surge, which isn't bad, but it's not the best. Especially being only one thing. Well, I guess I could. You have trouble with those weapons. Yeah, I figured as much. Cauliflower, you're not late. You are not late because I started late. I started like 30 minutes late. It's 40 minutes right now, so technically you're 10 minutes late, but you're not really late. Or replace Bastion. You need that tanky thing though. That's what I was thinking. Having something that's tankier does actually make a difference for as quickly as everything goes down. I've run hangars with nothing in it that's very tanky, and it doesn't work very well. Can you give me 10,000 A-coins now? No. In fact, if you ask ever again, I will never put you in one of these giveaways, ever. I will block you, so that none of your comments or chat messages will ever show. Because no, that's not how it works. You don't just ask people for tons of free stuff and then expect them to give it to you, unless they're telling you, "Hey, I'm gonna give you tons of free stuff," which I am. I'm saying, "Hey, I will give you the opportunity for it, but you're gonna have to do something," which is, in this case, put in your ID, wait patiently, and accept that you don't necessarily have great odds. That's alright. Welcome. I'm having a good day, but I slept through my alarm. I started 30 minutes late. It's sad. I would 100% send you my ID, but I can't go and change anything in it, and I know it's really bad. You can put your ID in here, Cauliflower. I'll just not review it, because I know that you're not prepared. Howard Prescott, I know that you, I recall, 512672. Here we go. I recall that you prematurely put your ID in that last post because you were so excited. Good to see you here. Orient, don't bring up Discord stuff. I told you what to do for Discord on Discord. I DM'd you. Don't bring it up here. Thank you, Hamscon, for moderating the chat. All right. So in this meta, the Guardian's fantastic, honestly. You have a tanky thing. You got 2 like heavy energy, and then 3 mediums. That's good. You have kind of the same thing that Hamscon had going, except instead of what was the other one that Hamscon had? Hamscon had a Redux. So instead of the Redux, you have an Eclipse, and honestly, this looks fantastic because you have 2 mechs that can deal with like javelins, mortars, and one of them is really, really good at it. The other is pretty good, but you're probably going to start with this as like a beacon capper anyway. So if this dies, it's not a huge loss, and that's always a good idea to have. Is you want at least one thing that's good against mortars and helix, but you never want to spawn that thing first if it's the only one that you have. And most people, if they use a surge, start with the surge because it's fast. You can get to beacons and things faster, and it's just a good way to start off a match. And so if surge is your only counter to those things, then it can cause some issues. But you have Eclipse, and that is really nice. So you have 2 disc launchers, 1 close range, 1 high damage, not necessarily close range, and 1 kind of mid range. You don't have any range at all. What I would suggest is replacing missile rack for disc launcher, and then making Panther a sniper. Or you could make Guardian a sniper. Doesn't really matter. But Panther is just classically a better sniper. That is the only suggestion I would have. I will not stop spamming until you review my hangar. Well, good luck with that, because I think right now we have like 3 moderators active. We got Sanji, Red, welcome by the way, and Hamscon, who just timed out somebody else who was spamming. So, best of luck on your endeavors, sir. Platinum, welcome. Came home from the vet. Turns out one of my dogs is pregnant. I'm gonna be grandpa. Nice. All right, let's see. Let's do 80. 3-3. This is Kingsman. 8-5-8. You probably hear the dogs in the background. I'm sorry about that. All right, Kingsman. Multiple javelin builds with the helix, same difference, with a mortar build. That's unnecessary. You probably lose matches to people who know what they're doing. And by people who know what they're doing, I mean people who know that they need a counter for these kinds of weapons. So anyone who has one is going to walk through your entire hangar, pretty much no issue. This is a good build. This is a pretty good build. For where you're at in the game. Yeah, I wouldn't really expect much else. Actually, instead of missile rack 8s, you're using a single disc launcher 8 here, but you could be using 2 of them. I don't know why you don't just put the disc launcher 8s on Zephyr. It would be another 8 energy weapon, but it would be legendary for one thing, and it would be a rank higher. So you'd get a significant performance boost from where you're at right now, just by putting disc launcher 8s on it instead, I think. It wouldn't have to pilot, but let me see. Okay, so that's a disc launcher pilot. So you could just throw both disc launchers on there. Or you could put double disc launchers and not worry about rocket mortar on Brick House. I would recommend one of the two, because having this weird hybrid thing going. This rocket mortar 10 isn't even boosted by this pilot, by the way. None of the implants work. The innate skill doesn't work. It's just, it's not ideal. Not to mention, whatever you'd use the disc launcher for, you can only use a single one, and it's not going to deal that much damage. The boost helps, but still, you understand what I'm saying. Disc launcher kill shot is a very solid build, and a lot of people do that. If, oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, you could do kill shot or panther. All of these mechs are fantastic with disc launchers, okay? I would recommend trying them. There's really no reason to not swap them around. Try them on different things. And then, yeah, just see how you like it. Javelins on kill shot's not bad. Mortars, just in general, mortars on Brick House is not bad. You could get a mortar 8 instead of the disc launcher. It should be pretty cheap. You have a fast thing. Actually, you have two fast things. You have a tanky thing. You don't really. I mean, technically, this can deal with javelins, mortars. The only other thing besides this that can deal with javelins, mortars at your level would be Shadow, and I can't really recommend that you invest in that. So, I would just recommend messing with your weapons. I think your weapons are the main thing that I would change. I just counted as both, right? Yeah. They put their ID in for the giveaway, I'm assuming, because that's probably what they care about more. And you know, I'll just randomly pick a couple for to review. Now, probably a couple of the people that I look at are not even going to be here. They're just gonna dump their IDs and leave. RomoMac, please stop breaking your ID apart. I'm pretty sure we could see it when you put it all as one message. And absolutely, Sanji is absolutely not going through. Now, I can't necessarily speak for him. Oh, come on. I can't necessarily speak for him, but if I were Sanji, I would absolutely not be piecing together your puzzle of ID, trying to make sense of it because you want to split it apart. No. Do it the normal way or it doesn't get counted. Alright, let's do Reaper. 1, 2, 4, 4, 7, 7. There we go. Now it works. Oh, you only got 4. But you have this slot unlocked because you have to unlock this one before you unlock this one. So you're intentionally lowering your squad power, it looks like. Which is not cool, by the way. It's a very scummy thing to do. All for the sake of easier wins. Oh, sad. Hate to see it. I can't go copy my ID from in-game, so I have to copy and paste it from a different giveaway video. Well, if you could do it, then go ahead. You can just press escape key when that pops up. Oh, and like a pop-up? Or like when the server maintenance. Or both. I never really try using the escape key. But yeah, see, the thing is, without this last mech, I have no idea what would normally go here. So I can't accurately say anything about this hangar. Roma, you did not pay any attention to what I said, did you? That's alright. Well, either Sanji counts you or he doesn't, but he might not. I wouldn't. Giveaway groupies. I just want to get what I did notice you. You said something about the thing. Look. I won't be able to get to everybody today. There's way too many IDs for that, and it's only gonna be a 90-minute stream. So I got an hour. We got an hour more, and that's it. This is what you have here is kind of an issue because you have two medium mechs with Arc Torrents, which means they're both going to be fighting for your Arc Torrent 12s, which means one of these is going to have to go at one point, unless you know, had one with double Arc Torrent 10s, which just, yeah, it's not going to go very well. And it, like, you know, when you're ranking them up, when you get 20 energy, 18 energy, you could deal, when you got 18 energy, you could deal with it, 16 energy, you can deal with it, but once you get to 20, once you get them both to rank 6, they're both going to be fighting for the same weapons, and it's not going to work out very well. So I would get rid of the Zephyr, replace it with probably a Panther, because Panther's just kind of a must-have. So you got some speed here, you got some tankiness here, you don't really have any extreme firepower, which would come from Panther. So if you don't use Panther, I'd say use Guardian and make it a sniper, for sure. Otherwise, pretty solid. Cax, welcome. Insensitive uncle, yeah, sure, okay. 300, 400. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. 300, 400, 85. Are you sure this ID is correct? Because it hasn't been active for a week. Six Coat, welcome. What's the giveaway? I don't think this idea is right. The giveaway is one random person, a single person, will be randomly selected toward the end. So it'll be on stream. You'll be able to see it. It'll be like a wheel and everything. I'll get the IDs from Sanji. And that person will then spin another wheel for that person, and they'll either get 1,000 A-coins or 10,000 A-coins. The chances of 10,000 is really low, but there is a chance. And if you, like, you know, obviously that would cost me a lot. So only one winner. Owen Stafford. Let's do you. 1783. 5714. Yeah. Oh, nice. A max minigun Eclipse. That's pretty good. Near max Panther. Near max Orion. Almost rank 6 Onyx. Max Surge. That's really nice. I've been enjoying Onyx a lot lately. I like it with Missile Racks. However, I can understand how Disc Launcher would be pretty much the same thing. Slightly different. It maybe fits Onyx slightly worse, but it's Disc Launcher, so it's obviously going to work. These two are really good. High damage, fast max. And then you have the guided weapon thing. You have a sniper. But you don't really have any tanky mechs. This spot should be your tanky mech. I would say maybe put a Bastion in here instead. Like these two can deal with mortars and stuff. That's good. Yeah. I mean, everything it looks good. You can't take much of a hit. None of your mechs can. All of them are pretty classically weak, actually. And Onyx, which is the strongest mech that you have in your hangar, is, you know, only rank 5. So, yeah. You might be using it for some other reason that I'm not aware of, but I think generally speaking, it would be a good idea to work on replacing that with a Bastion. Good hanger, though. Good hanger. Can I friend you? No, I will not be friending anyone. Mortars are the enemy. Don't spam. Your ID will be removed from the chat, and if you spam it too much, Sanji might just accidentally forget to put it in the in the list. Hypo, welcome. How you doing? I don't get it. How do I enter the giveaway? Literally just put your ID in the chat. That's it. BMG. Look, I can't check everyone. And you're not giving your ID. You're just screaming, check me, as if I'm supposed to scroll all the way back and find your ID. I have to do all of this work just to do you yet another favor. No, thank you. I'll check this other guy. Me. 9, 5, 6, 5, 3. I am new, help me. I like that. That's funny. Okay. 2 fast ones. This one is good at mortars, not so much against like Helix Rex, but this one is good against Helix Rex. It's good against both, actually. So you have a sniper here. This is being your close range is interesting. It's not the worst. I think it is kind of the only thing that you can put 20 energy on. 16. Once you rank up your Eclipse one more time, I would put the Arc Torrents on it. Missile Rack is one of those things that, the way that I see it, is you fire all of the missiles, right? And you're reloading for the next 8 to 10 seconds, depending on what reloading implant you have. And while you're reloading, you're in stealth. So like you kind of have like 8 to 10 seconds. You have a very long stretch of time. Like if you were to go activate stealth, go in, shoot some people, then come back out, there's a very long period of stealth where you're just reloading. You're just sitting there reloading. So I prefer for my Eclipse to have weapons that have a lot more uptime. In fact, I use miniguns on mine, and because they have such a long uptime, I use a duration implant on Eclipse as well, so that I can get longer stealth and get more shots off while that's happening. So something to consider. You could use a 10 and a 6, but your 10s are duplicated, so I would understand if you want to just wait until you rank this guy up one more time. Decent sniper, you're going to have to swap this at some point. I think long arm 12 paired with a long arm 10 is your best option. In fact, once you rank this guy up, because it's a 20, well, you could do a long arm 12 and 8, I suppose, but You could do a long arm 12 and 8, and then once you rank it up, a long arm 12 and 10, which is not completely ideal, but don't waste your time with really low energy EM rifles. I wouldn't bother. Definitely don't waste your time with Gauss rifles. EM rifle 10 is the only one that I would say, yeah, okay, go ahead and get that. Because they're very expensive otherwise, unless you're getting it from an offer or something. But yeah, long arms otherwise your best option. This is an interesting build. I mean, apart from that, I'd say it's pretty solid. You got a tanky thing, you got a sniper, you got several fast things. One which can particularly deal with mortars and javelins really well. So yeah, it's not bad. And then you got one like high damage. Pretty good. Battery is 0. Oh, sad. Can you please send me Infinity A coins? Nah. Maybe tomorrow. Rex, yes. I'm doing a few of those for another like hour. Just under. Is Juggernaut the most tanky or is it Bastion? It's definitely Bastion. How do I get my hangar reviewed? Orient, it's random. I'm just choosing people at random. Remove my hangar, I might give you at least 5,000 acorns. I mean, at least. That's the minimum requirement. Anyone who's spamming could get timed out, so please just don't. Put it in once or twice, that's all you need. Did you review mine while I was gone? No, I don't think so. Good to know. That would have been pointless, though. Supal will do you. 14, 7, 8. Because I think you've put yours in here multiple times, but have not particularly spammed it. Oh, I missed a 2 in here. 8, 2, 560. There we go. Jeez. Okay. Decent builds. You don't really have anything that can... You have javelins, but you don't really have anything that can deal with javelins. Or rocket mortar, both of which you're probably dealing with because they're both rear weapons. Missile rack stalker. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. Once again, your 2 medium mechs are fighting for the same weapons, and you're going to have an issue where both of them cannot be using the same ones. Obviously, it's a very long time away, but like theoretically, if you were to max both of them, you couldn't use double 12s on both of them. If you were to get Stalker 1 rank up, what are you going to do? You can't put anything else on it. So the only thing that you could do is maybe put a single 16 to fill up its energy if you have it unlocked. Or you just leave it 2 6s because you can't. And those are the issues that come with putting 2 of the same weapon on the same energy mech. Right. Because then they're fighting for the same things. This is good, but I feel like it should be a sniper. Maybe this. You could probably swap the missile racks with a single long arm 12 and get some good results from that. I have used Long Arm 12 Stalker recently, and I've won I've won quite a few matches with it. I'm just saying. That's not to say that it's OP or anything, but it's definitely usable, so I know that it'll be much better where you're at. And you're missing a sniper, you don't have a sniper. You could make it your Panther, but I do believe Stalker is a great sniper mech, not to mention I don't think you should have this the same weapons as Zephyr. Not to mention, I don't think Missile Rack is a great weapon for Stalker because same issue as Eclipse. You have a lot of ability duration time where you're just sitting there reloading. You're just waiting for the reload. So you activate your ability, it's useful to you for all of like 2 seconds, and then you're kind of just waiting for both of them to go away. So I would recommend something that takes a little bit longer to dish out damage and deals a little bit higher damage. Being longer, that would be pretty good, I think. Other than that, you don't really have anything that can deal with mortars, but I don't really know what you could use apart from maybe Shadow, and I wouldn't really recommend anyone use Shadow, to be honest. If you have access to Aegis, get and use Aegis. In fact, replace Ares with Aegis. That would be a pretty good trade-off. So you'd still have the tanky thing. Once you can. Something tells me it's not available for you right now. But once you can. Long Arm 12 is just fun to use, to be honest. This is true. But the best part about it is that it's usable. I used in my one of my last videos, I used a Long Arm 12 Stalker. And I got good results with it, even though my implant, I had a max pilot, granted, but my legendary damage implant was level 2. My legendary reload implant, I think, was also level 2. Like, all of my implants were level 2. Remember when Arctorrent and Carbine 12 on Ares is the best in-game build? True, I remember that. I was so upset by all of the Carbine spam that I never bought Carbine. I hated it. I have it now, and I've used it a few times. But back in the day, it was one of those weapons that I would shun because I was like, no, this thing is so OP, I don't want it. Did you? Let's see. Max Guardian, nice. Close to Max Orion. See, this isn't bad. Since it's mortars, there's no reason to put an expensive mech behind rocket mortars because you're not gonna move, right? Like, you're just gonna kind of be chilling there the whole time. It doesn't really matter. Panther, that's a good build. Brick House, it's kind of weak, but it's pretty good. Okay. So you have a support kind of indirect artillery build here. That's good. Disc launcher EMs. Always recommend at least one disc launcher, at least one sniper, which you have. High damage. Missile Rack Orion is a very high damage build for sure. So yeah, I would take that. This is decent damage. I mean, the fact that it's low rank. I'm just imagining, like, what if you were using a maxed one or something? Then it would be high damage and kind of tanky, but otherwise not terribly tanky. I would say Arc Torrents on Bastion are better. I'm gonna assume the only reason that you're not using it is because you don't have Bastion. That's usually how it works. But I would save up my A-coins. Everything that you have, you don't need to rank up Paragon, and I think you know that. You know that it's pointless. That's max. That's rank 6 already. That's max. I wouldn't bother ranking up Brick House. what I would do is I would save my Acorns for Bastion. And then Arc Torrents on Bastion are fantastic. Although if you could get Graviton Beam and put those on Bastion instead, that would also be really good. It'd be better than Arc Torrent, in my opinion. So that's kind of the only thing I would change, just given what you seem to have going on here. It's pretty good, though. Paragon Mortars. I mean, if you're going to use Mortars. Gathering of the content creators? Yeah, I think so. Didn't anybody tell you? Review it or I'll fill mosquitoes in your drawer. So you're not going to fill my drawer with mosquitoes. You're going to fill mosquitoes in my... Okay, that's weird. Some name that I have no idea how to pronounce. 31366 941. Here we go. Oh, you don't have that last slot. That's unfortunate. This looks really nice, though. You have a Shadow with Voltaic. That's crazy. You have 3 light mechs. It's not a decision that I would recommend to people, but it is a decision. It is a decision for sure. Guardian with Disc Launcher is really good. This pilot's not doing you any good. Well, it is... Excuse me. It is because of the implants, except for the damage. But, the innate is not helping you, unfortunately. That's Nemo, so that, yeah, that works. It's Crow, that works. Yeah, Samsung, that works. I mean, if it works, like, then I guess it works. But I would recommend that you not use 3 light mechs, because those are all really low damage, and they can't normally take much of a hit either. You're typically pretty fast, and they can be useful, but not that useful, I would say. Red is not being very epic. What do you mean? Oh, you're he's gonna spray on my saves. Alright, corrupted catch up when we get to you. 5, 2, 3, 8, 6, 4, 4, 2. Three, 8, 6, 4, 2, 3. Okay. I just have to like make sure. Sometimes I put it in wrong. I like this. That's nice. You have 2 builds competing for those missile racks. Once you rank up Aegis, what are you gonna do? The only thing that you could do is keep it with missile rack 6s. You're just stuck. You're stuck there. Now if you already had both of them and you're just using it because you have it, fair enough. But you can't keep that. And so I wouldn't build a pilot on it either. Which you probably have, yeah. So now you're either gonna have to spend Acorns to take your implants off, tank the loss, or just throw this pilot away completely and not touch it again. Not be able to touch it again. Arc Torrent Stalker's solid. Javelin Killshot is solid, unfortunately. Disc Launcher Guardian, also solid. Very good build. You don't have a sniper. What you could do is you could put Arc Torrents on Aegis and make Stalker your sniper. Stalker is an incredibly good sniper, actually. A lot better than you might figure. You could use Aegis as a sniper, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I feel like it doesn't do as well. Yeah. Yeah, I would say make Aegis your Arc Torrent mech, and then put like a single long arm 12 or something on Stalker. Until you rank it up, then you could use double long arm 8s, which like all of the long arms are super cheap, but they have a lot of high energy variants, which means that you can still do some pretty good damage with them. You need to know how to play that mech in an efficient way so you don't get in the way of your team. Yeah, for sure. Aegis is the hardest mech to use. I will stand by that statement. Robo Demon, okay. Let's 9452 442. Jeez. Fragment guns. I don't see a whole lot of those. Or fusion cannons. Wow, I like that. See, you got the long arms gone. It's not the best sniper weapon, but it is enough to get you by until you can get like a heavier EM rifle or something. Which, you know, you may have put a little bit too much into your long arm 10s, but it's alright. Fusion cannon 12s. It's interesting. It's not the best. Assault weapons are pretty classically just not great. If you had a javelin rack or helix rack, you could put those on Scorpius, and those work really well with it, obviously. Disquench your Panther is solid. That's pretty solid. This is pretty solid, so these two are fast. This one specifically can deal with like mortar helix spam. You got some high damage here. Another heavy. Actually, you have 3 heavies. Alright. It's not too bad. Like, obviously, you could swap this with something better. But, like, you know, just based on what you have going on here. You know, if I were to say, if I were to, you know, get down to the, you know, the nitty gritty. Oh, Sanji. 11 months. Let's go. Appreciate you. Damn. But if I were to get down to the nitty gritty, I'd tell everybody to make the exact same hanger, because that's just like, you know, the quote overall best hanger, and that's just what it would look like. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to try to tell everybody to build the exact same hanger. I think everyone should have their freedom, but I don't know. Something about this, something about this I like, but also something about this I don't like. It's not the worst I've seen for sure, though. You definitely want a better sniper. I would save up for like EM rifle 10 or 12 or something. Why no one got the redesign? No, they did. It's just some people are still using skins. Sanji. Appreciate you. Atomic. Let's see. 3, 8, 9, 9, 9, 560. What mech should you do the no weapon challenge with? Of all of the ones that you currently have? Guardian. It can kind of like stun lock a lot of things. You just like walk up to them and you just keep crashing them over and over and over and over and over again. Otherwise, maybe Surge. I know it sounds best to do it with something that deals ability damage, but Redux sucks, so I wouldn't suggest Redux. You could do Zephyr, but that's kind of just a worse surge at that point. It's a solid build, though. I mean, if you're gonna use anything, you may as well just like throw it on there. You have. Oh wow. Okay, so 16 energy, Guardian, but you're only using 12. You have some really well leveled things here, but your Guardian's really weak. I'd replace this with a Panther and put the Railgun on it. Or just put the Railgun on Guardian and rank it up, but... This is an interesting combination. All nade implants, okay. So you're planning on just getting rid of the Missile Rack 8, which is fair. And then you're just going to use nade launcher on your brick house. That's not a bad plan. Could probably put the arc torrents on him. Well, you'd want to get the 10 for sure first. You could put the arc torrents on Zephyr. And then you'd put the railgun on Guardian and rank it up. Or put it on Panther. One of the two. People are spamming IDs while mine's not going. Striker, I mean, if I don't review yours, it's not a huge deal. You're still in the giveaway. No worries, Kingsman. Hope you can get some usage out of that. Is RuFFles randomly choosing IDs from the chat or somewhere else? No, it is randomly. I'm just randomly choosing it from the chat. I'm sorry. Do it, you pesky? No, I don't have to do it. There are a lot of IDs in here that I'm never going to get to, and it might as well be yours with that attitude. Alright, let's do Ruse 1. 30. 60. 63. 94. Yeah, Miracle 12 is Stalker. I mean, alright, fair enough. 2 sniper builds. I would like to say that that's not a good idea, but it probably is. Disc launcher, kill shots, not bad. Sorag, Zephyr, not bad. Another nade launcher brick house. Crazy how many of these I'm seeing. It's not bad. You don't really have anything that can deal with mortars or javelin racks, which probably should happen. I would probably replace the Zephyr. The Zephyr's probably kind of just one of the weaker mechs that you have. It'll get some good kills, but it doesn't really hold up as much as some of the other ones do. Even Stalker's probably more useful than Zephyr later. So, if you could get, if you haven't fast mech, these two are reasonably mobile. So you don't necessarily need something that's fast. You don't necessarily need Eclipse or Surge. You could probably pretty easily get away with just using Aegis. So if you got Aegis and put it here instead of Zephyr, I think that might do you pretty well. Nihilus, 13 months. You got Sanji beat by 2 months. Check Discord. I mean, I sent him a message earlier. He didn't respond. It's like we just happened now. Unless it is... Unless you're telling me that you can't. I'm sorry, but you should have been doing this earlier. I will check it after the stream. I'm looking at it right now. That's not the sort of thing I can just... Okay. So it's not really a question. It's just a statement. Never mind. So yeah, I'd replace that with Aegis. Raider die trying. Okay. Still ignore. I'm not ignoring him. Alright, I'll do Rex. 535704993. This looks fantastic. God, why didn't I think of that? Minigun Arachnos with the new skin? Holy. It's good stuff. Everybody knows Arachnos is OP, so it's good stuff. EM Rifle Orion. I see that a lot. Discontra Guardian, Missile Rack, Redeemer, Arc Torrent Zephyr. All pretty solid. You definitely need Arc Torrent 10 to kind of fill that guy's energy, but otherwise, not bad. See, this would be good. As if it were tanky. If this thing looks tanky, if it was tanky, then I'd say you're in a pretty good spot. But it's not. So this could help you with like your high damage. The problem is that it's really weak. It's even kind of weak for a rare mech, I think. Let's rank through. Okay, let's rank 4. Never mind. So I can't really compare those very accurately, but I think for a rare mech, it's even kind of weak. So it's not going to be able to take much damage. And you need to be able to take some damage in order to like have the time to dish out your damage. So you definitely kind of need to replace the Arachnos with something else. I mean, you could put miniguns on Zephyr, and it would probably be better than Arc Torrent. You can fit them. I just want to point out that you can fit them. And I know minigun isn't a close range weapon, but it is legendary, and it is a very high damage weapon that's does more damage up close. So it's essentially the same thing. Plus it's 8 energy, so you get more. Plus it's legendary, so you'll get even more. Minigun's actually very solid. Of all the weapons that I tried on Zephyr in like the Zephyr video that I made, I mean, minigun wasn't great, but it was actually not bad. And at your stage of the game where Zephyr is a little bit tankier than it is at the very end, then I think you could get some good usage out of that. And then here, I think what you want is something tanky. Technically, your Redeemer can deal with mortars and Helix. However, it's the only thing that can deal with them. So I would say that is a perfect reason to use Aegis over here. So that would be your tanky thing, and it would also help to take care of mortars and javelin racks. Considering, you know, this being your only thing. You should have at least 2 that can deal with them moderately well. And yeah, that would be a great combination of tanky and being able to deal with your problems. These guys have nice hangers. Pablo, welcome. Is Minigun 8 good for a 6,000 power hanger? I don't know what you'd have in a 6,000 power hanger. I don't know off the top of my head, oh, 6,000 power means that you have this. It doesn't really. Like, the power doesn't really make that much difference. You could have bought something. You could have upgraded a bunch of really low rank things. So you might not have better stuff. You just have high level bad stuff. I don't know what you did. You're right. Samuel. Where are you in? There you are. God, I need to put the... What I need to do is I need to put them at the top. Because I have to keep scrolling back through the chat. And then when I'm looking for it, and then I misplace it. 03729. Yes, that's correct. Okay. A fragment gun / shotgun stalker with a shotgun surge. Interesting. It works now, but it won't work for very much longer because they're both going to be fighting for the same weapons, being the fragment gun 8s. Because shotgun 8s are just worse. I would recommend against that. Plus, you have an arc torrent build right here. So it's 3 Reeby close range builds. This is a good weapon and a good mech, but I wouldn't really put them together because you can get a lot better usage out of the barrier than just Helix. You know, you can hide behind a wall when you're using Helix, but Panther, like, it can build its own wall that you can shoot through. So, like, that, you know, why not use something with, like, way more damage? Disc Launcher on Zephyr is not the worst, actually. I would put Disc Launcher on Stalker. You'd have to rank it up one time. But that's not, yeah, it's not a big deal. So you can keep, and then once you rank up Surge, you can put the fragment guns on Surge. So that'll work. So Disc Launcher on Stalker. The Helix Rex should probably go on something else that's high, that has this kind of energy capacity. So anything that you can get that has that high of energy, be it Paragon or Arachnos or literally anything. All it needs is the energy cap because you're not really going to be moving. And then you're going to want a sniper on Panther for sure. 20 energy, so you could do a long arm 12 and a long arm 8 and get some pretty good damage out of that, actually. For this last mech, I would recommend instead of Zephyr, use something tanky. Aegis would be a fantastic choice because this can deal with mortars, not so much Helix Rack. This can deal with both, but not the best. Aegis would be a good addition, but doesn't necessarily have to be Aegis. I feel like you could deal with problems with your other mechs. Maybe, I mean, I would say Sentinel, but Sentinel's kind of garbage, so probably not. Fenrir, welcome. So yeah, I would recommend doing that. And then you'd only have the 2 close range builds, which, you know, you could get away without doing any close range builds. But you could get away with 2 as well. I wouldn't do any more than 2 though. More than 2 is kind of pushing your luck. For 14 months, Red has both of you guys beat. Jeez. I will dash. No, please. Don't do it. Do you think I'm a 6-star level 3 viewer? Highest you can get without membership. Like how it's all cheap until that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you did spam. Pretty sure you did spam upvote with your alts for Stasis Beam Shadow. That build got all of the top spots. However, there were only 8 comments for it, so it couldn't have gotten all 10 of them. But it got the top 8. And I'm fairly certain, since I'm pretty sure I recall you saying that you had 7 alts, that all of those came from your 7 alts, and that you liked them all with your 7 alts. So I would call you maybe rank 5 level 7. Alright, cauliflower, I'll do you. 499. 01. 7? Oh, you haven't even been online for a while. Damn, so it's an interesting Onyx build. Alright. You got a sniper. That's pretty good. Got a disc launcher. That's pretty good. So get those out of the way. Everything that you have is kind of on the heftier side. You have 3 heavy mechs. I don't usually recommend that because heavier mechs are not classically very fast. Usually I recommend 2 heavies and 3 mediums. But you have 3 heavies right now, which is interesting. But you don't really have anything that's particularly fast. You got some tankiness here, sort of tankiness here. These 2, not particularly tanky. 6 gold. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. And what was I saying? Yeah, you don't really have anything fast. And you definitely don't have anything that could deal with helix or mortar spam, which is a thing that happens a lot. So you probably, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you probably get ruined by helix and mortars a lot. In which case, you really need something that can deal with them. Since you have a lot of tanky, a lot of slower things already, some of which are mildly tanky, I would not recommend Aegis. I would recommend literally anything, literally anything that's faster. Honestly, I'd say probably swap the Scorpius or Onyx. Probably swap the Onyx, honestly. I love Onyx, don't get me wrong, but Scorpius is probably slightly more useful. You could throw Javelin Racks or Helix Racks on Scorpius at some point and get a lot better usage than whatever Onyx. And you already have Gatecrasher. So I would swap Onyx for... Jeez. I would say Surgery Clips, but I know that those are extremely expensive and probably outside of your foreseeable future. But honestly, even Killshot would probably be decent because you could outrun some, quite a few things. So yeah, I was just doing that. Otherwise, looks pretty solid. I mean, both of Carbine's not great, obviously. So probably use something else, maybe like Arc Torrent or something that's more high damage, close range, or minigun. Minigun's fantastic. The Onyx is supposed to be there. Okay, I see how it is. Oh, the Fun God's here? Since when? Oh, welcome. It's just a wall of members. Yeah. Yours was gifted by Nihilus yesterday. So you can thank him for that. Good to see you here. Sad to see that you discontinued your channel. I thought you were doing great, honestly, but 'tis your own choice. Onyx is a beast. Swap the spider. If anything, you can't beat the quad cannon. See, that I would say that if I haven't been using Scorpius a lot lately, end up realizing that it's actually extremely useful. And when it comes down to the wire, I feel like Scorpius is just faster. It has less HP, but it's faster, and it has an ability that can hit you a lot more often than Onyx's can. Shorter cooldown, less damage, of course, but, you know, it can go over stuff. It's just more useful, I feel like. Just pretend that Onyx isn't there. I usually have Eclipse instead. Okay, well, in that case, that is a good replacement. Gamer Snake, yeah, okay. 46. 3-3. 1-6-5. Right. We are looking at like the last 15 minutes here, by the way. I'm going to have an alarm that'll go off. It is in response to what? I don't know what you're responding to. This is interesting. 2 missile rack builds here. Although they're different energy capacities, so you could make it work. Torrent Zephyr. Oh, you have multiple rank 3 epics, so you probably got these in like cheap offers. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay. Nade 16 Guardian. I kind of love that. You're gonna want a sniper. Disc Launcher Panther's really good. But so is Guardian. Both of them are really good with Disc Launcher, both of them are really good with snipers, so I would say throw a sniper weapon. You get 16 energy, so maybe long arm 8. I don't know. Or if you have a better, if you can get an offer for a better sniper weapon, then yeah, go with that. Put it on Guardian. If you feel like maybe it's not the best, swap your Guardian and Panther builds. See if it's any better. There's really nothing keeping you from doing that, so you may as well. And just see which one you like better. The Nade Launcher 16 is a good weapon, but it is only rank 2, so it's probably not doing very much damage. Once you get... I imagine that you probably have access to Fragment Gun 8, and that'll be much better on Tengu than Missile Rack 8. So then that'll free up your Missile Rack 8 for Kill Shot when you get it to rank 4. It'll have 16 energy. You can put your Missile Rack 8s on that. And that'll be pretty good. Tengu can kind of help deal with mortars and javelins, as well as Kill Shot. Neither of them are the best at it, but they both will contribute, so I feel like you don't necessarily need to swap out any of your other mechs for it. However, you don't have anything that can take much of a hit. I know I've been telling a lot of people to swap out their Zephyrs, but Zephyr's just not very useful. It's probably great earlier game, but it's only got 2 seconds. You only got like 2 seconds of EMP time. So, which is not very long. It's not enough to get very much damage off, really. So, if you feel like your Zephyr is not pulling very much weight, particularly, I would say replace it with something tankier. Something like Aegis would be fantastic. That'd help you deal with mortars and javelins, and then that'd free you up to replace Tengu or Killshot if you ever feel like it. Otherwise, you could do... I mean, even Ares wouldn't be the worst. It would be tankier than anything else that you have in your hangar at the moment, so not bad. I use a lot of heavy attacker mechs. They're my favorite. Yeah, fair enough. They're pretty nice. Could do some college work. Fair enough. Take care. See ya. No one got muted by 3 mods at the same time. Wow. That's how you get things done. That's how you know what's up. I have so many alts because I was duplicated at 6 stars. Okay, well look, that would give you 2. That would give you the second one. I think you just made alt accounts. I don't think you were duplicated. Because I have an alt. It's not because I'm 6 star though. Actually 3 seconds, but offense taken. What do you mean? Ability, oh, it is 3 seconds, my bad. Same difference. Psy the Game Changer. Welcome. Oh, Striker, are you trying to put your ID in and it's just not showing? Try putting like spaces or symbols between it. I would open up Discord for it, but I can't be bothered. There's like 10 minutes left of this, and I'm not going to deal with Discord at this point. Oh, his did go through? Let me scroll back. I see you. I don't. Well, I don't see it. All right. Reality bots, I will get you. Okay. This will be like probably the last one. I broke war robots. You can get meta robots now. I mean, couldn't you always? You just had to pay for it. Isn't that how it works? 537 84 298. There you go. Arc Torrent 10 gate crasher. That looks really nice. That is a really nice looking build. This is interesting. Graviton 10. I suppose since it's Panther, it's probably fine. Huh. Jeez. Anything else, it kind of defeat the purpose of like high damage, low exposure, because you'd have to like keep yourself out in the open for so long just to, you know, apply anything with the Graviton. But no, I think it's fair considering you have a Panther. Disc Launcher Redeemer, pretty good. Although it would be better on Bastion. Even another sniper with Railgun Orion. Okay, fair enough. You have a tanky thing here. That's nice. You have a fast thing here. That's nice. You could probably do with like one more faster thing. But overall, I mean, your mechs do kind of just generally thrive by staying back a little bit or playing slightly non-aggressive, like Gatecrasher's Ion Pod thing. Not the Arc Torrents, obviously, is like an aggressive weapon, but like the mech itself. Redeemer Orion, yeah. Honestly, it's not bad. I'd find a better weapon for Bastion for sure. Missile Rack's not terrible, but it's also not great. Not for Bastion, anyway. If you end up taking a lot of heat and your shield goes up and you EMP somebody, if you don't have your weapons back, like, you're kind of screwed. Or if you fire at them and you don't kill them in a single salvo, you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, I mean, that's the main thing I would do. Maybe put, I mean, you could swap these weapons, honestly. Put Disc Launcher on Bastion, Missile Rack on Redeemer. And it'd probably work slightly better. Although Missile Rack is still not the greatest. You could probably maybe do like Javelin Rack, Felix Rack on Redeemer. Otherwise, not too bad. Alright. I forgot we actually have to take the time to do the rest of these things. Preston, I saw that you DM'd me, but I really don't want to respond to DMs in-game while I'm streaming. So if it's important, please just tell me in the stream. Or have a mod tell me. I understand that I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. I'm not always going to see everything. No, unfortunately, that would be the last one. We have to We have to choose a winner now, okay? Alright. I don't have... I don't have all day. I'm doing something, like, immediately after this. So... Okay, Sanji. Let's see what you got. Yeah, Sanjay, I'd say mod logs is where I'd put it. Pretty sure that's where you... Nope, that's just... Sanjay, wherever your list of IDs are, please put it in mod logs. Why no Ember Gun Juggernaut? That's a good question. Everybody knows Ember Gun Juggernaut's the pinnacle of perfection. Okay. Starting right now, officially, no more IDs are going to be collected. If you were this late, then unfortunately, your time's up. You only have so much time. So we have to get them, we have to, you know, put them in the thing, and we have to see who wins. Here we go. That's quite a few. I know a lot of them are duplicates, or, a lot of you are just, like, putting it in for, like, the 14th time in a row. Thank you, Sanji. Put that in here. I'm going to... I'm going to weed out the duplicates first. And then I'll switch my screen over. Or, well, I guess there's no real reason to wait. I can switch my screen over now. There. That should be it. Oh, Sanji, 211, appreciate it. Kyodosia, welcome. Just woke up. Got you. All right. Just checking for duplicate IDs. I don't want anybody having multiple chances because that's not really fair. Not seeing any so far. Sanji, I don't know if you were weeding them out as you were adding them. Ah, no, here we go. But you don't really have to, because when I put them in here, I can sort them, and it'll put the duplicates right next to each other, so they're very easy to spot. So, it seems you did, though, and I appreciate that. All right, so we have quite a few, 74 entries. Indeed, good luck to everybody. Okay. Let me see who this is real quick. His name is Winner. It's correct. Yeah, okay, this whole time all you had to do is just name yourself Winner. It's crazy. Nice. I'm not gonna review it. Don't have time. But let's leave that there. I'm gonna put this. No, Master of Games. You should have been there if you wanted to enter. Okay. Remove. So now we have 1,000, and we'll just copy that. And oop, that's my alarm. Nope. Crap. I didn't mean to do that. Stop. Close. Paste. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's going to be the 1 that is 10,000. So that makes 11. Yes. Okay. So this is the real thing. It had my ID in spinning circle. No, Kingsman. Your ID was already added to the first one. 1,000. Okay. Let me do this real quick. I forget. Yeah, it ends up being 1,200, but 1,000 versus 10,000 just sounds better. So, yeah. Technically, you get 200 extra. Let me see. Am I logged in? Yes, I am. I'm doing it from my phone, just in case anyone's wondering. Guest checkout. I really wish that you could do a guest checkout while you're logged in, but you cannot, and it's kind of annoying. 552. Why is this? Excuse me, why is... Oh, you know why? It's because... I think, is it screen capture? Yeah. Something got messed up a while back. And I had to, like, it messed with all of these things, and I forgot that it would do that for this one as well. I should probably go back and fix that. Maybe. Which is more thicker, Brickhouse or Gatecrasher? Brickhouse for sure. He is the thickest boy. Remember for 2 months ago. Let's go. Send receipt. Okay. So I have to do it in... That was 800, now this is 400. Yeah. Because technically nobody's like... I can't technically confirm that I'm not just like pretending to spend money. Just being like, ha, I got you. But I'm not showing you my payment info, so... Suck it. Alright, so that's done. Winner officially has 1,200 extra coins. Well, I have this... I have this note, this sticky note, right up here, with like all of the different like keybinds that I recently set up for like swapping between scenes, which is nice, but like it's hard to remember all of them. So yeah. All right. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. I do need to call it here. 5 minutes after 12. I was gonna end at 12. That was the plan. I know I think I did say it was gonna go on for 2 hours, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I started late, and I am sorry for that. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you. Oh geez, maybe next weekend, but we'll see. No guarantees. I know my stream schedule's just weird, but yeah. Always have a stream last Sunday of every month, or not the last, but I think the 4th is what it is. The 4th Sunday of every month. So yeah, you can count on that, but otherwise streams just kind of on and off. But either way, take care. I'll see you later.